Welcome to our spine-chilling journey through the most haunted, freakiest and scariest places on Earth. If you dare, join us as we explore these terrifying locations that are sure to give you goosebumps. From ancient prisons echoing with the screams of the damned to abandoned hospitals where shadows move on their own, we're diving headfirst into the unknown. So buckle up, grab your EMF reader, or, just a teddy bear if that's more your speed, and get ready to confront the chilling reality that some places, let's just say some places were never meant for the living. All right, let's kick things off with a classic, the Tower of London. This place has it all. Executions, imprisonment, torture, you name it. It's basically a ghost buffet in here. One of the most famous residents is Anne Boleyn, Henry VIII's unfortunate wife. She's been spotted around the anniversary of her execution, still rocking that royal elegance, even as a spectral being. And she's not alone. There are stories of guards being driven mad by unseen forces, ghostly children wailing in the night, and even a spectral bear roaming the grounds. The Tower of London is a stark reminder that history isn't always pretty, and sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. Have you ever felt a cold spot so intense it felt like a skeletal hand was clutching your soul? Because that's the kind of vibe we're dealing with here. Next up, we're heading to the Rocky Mountains, to a place that inspired one of the most terrifying horror novels of all time, the Stanley Hotel. Yes, this is the very hotel that got under Stephen King's skin and sparked the idea for The Shining. Guests have reported all sorts of strange occurrences, from disembodied laughter echoing down the hallways to phantom piano music filling the air. Room 217, the infamous room where King himself stayed, is said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. Apparently, a former housekeeper who died in that room just loves moving luggage around and tucking guests into bed. Some guests claim to have seen ghostly figures in the hotel's ballroom, dancing the night away as if frozen in time. The Stanley Hotel is a chilling reminder that inspiration can strike anywhere, even in the most unsettling of places. And who knows, maybe you'll have your own close encounter with the supernatural if you ever decide to spend a night here. Hold your breath and grab a flashlight, because we're venturing deep beneath the bustling streets of Paris into the silent, bone-chilling depths of the catacombs. Imagine this. Miles upon miles of tunnels, stacked high with the skeletal remains of over 6 million Parisians. These catacombs were a solution to overflowing cemeteries back in the 18th century, but they've become something far more eerie, a haunting reminder of our own mortality. The air down here is thick with the weight of history, the silence broken only by the drip, drip, drip of water seeping through the centuries-old stone. People have reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the darkness, hearing whispers echoing through the tunnels, and even feeling unseen hands brush against them. Some say it's the spirits of those laid to rest here, unable to find peace amongst their brethren. The catacombs of Paris are a stark reminder that death is an inevitable part of life, and sometimes the veil between our world and the next is thinner than we think. Just try not to get lost down here. I hear the tour guides are terrible. Get ready for a Southern Gothic nightmare as we head to St. Francisville, Louisiana, to a place steeped in tragedy and mystery, the Myrtles Plantation. This former plantation, with its grand oak trees draped in Spanish moss and its elegant yet decaying facade, holds a dark and bloody history within its walls. Legend has it that the plantation is haunted by at least 12 restless spirits, each with their own tragic tale to tell. One of the most famous is Chloe, a slave who, according to legend, poisoned the plantation owner's family. She's often blamed for the strange occurrences around the plantation, from objects moving on their own to disembodied voices whispering in the night. Visitors have reported seeing a young girl in a vintage dress peering out the windows, a spectral soldier standing guard on the veranda, and even a ghostly carriage drawn by headless horses. The Myrtles Plantation is a chilling reminder that the past can leave an indelible mark on a place, and sometimes those marks manifest in the most unsettling of ways. Just maybe don't drink the lemonade. Buckle up, because we're about to enter a nightmare crafted from childhood trinkets and unsettling intentions. Just south of Mexico City, hidden amongst the canals of Xochimilco, lies a place so bizarre, so downright creepy it could only be real, the Island of the Dolls. Imagine this, a tiny island shrouded in silence, its trees adorned not with leaves or blossoms, but with hundreds upon hundreds of decaying dolls. The story goes that a man named Don Julian Santana found a drowned girl in the canal near his island home. Haunted by her spirit, he began hanging dolls he found in the trash or floating in the water, hoping to appease her restless soul. Some say the dolls themselves are now possessed, their lifeless eyes following visitors as they pass. Others claim to hear whispers and giggles carried on the breeze, emanating from the island's unsettling residents. The Island of the Dolls is a chilling reminder that sometimes even the most innocent of objects can become vessels for something sinister. Get ready to face the chilling reality of America's penal past as we step inside Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. This crumbling Gothic fortress once housed some of the country's most notorious criminals, its towering walls echoing with the silence of solitary confinement and the despair of forgotten souls. Visitors and paranormal investigators alike have reported experiencing all manner of unexplained phenomena, from disembodied voices whispering from empty cells to shadowy figures darting down the corridors. One of the most haunted areas is cell block 12, where a particularly disturbing energy is said to linger. Visitors have reported feeling overwhelming dread, experiencing sudden drops in temperature, and even witnessing apparitions manifest before their very eyes. Eastern State Penitentiary is a chilling reminder that the walls we build to confine others can also trap the darkness within, leaving behind an echo of suffering that resonates long after the last inmate has gone. We journey now to the base of Mount Fuji in Japan, to a place shrouded in somber beauty and unsettling stillness, Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Sea of Trees. This dense woodland, with its moss-covered ground and towering trees blocking out the sun, has an ethereal, almost otherworldly quality, but beneath its serene facade lies a heart of darkness. Aokigahara has gained a tragic reputation as a place where people go to end their lives. The silence here is heavy, broken only by the rustling of leaves and the distant cries of birds. Visitors have reported feeling a strange pull within the forest, a sense of unease that settles deep in the pit of their stomach. Some claim to have seen ghostly figures flitting between the trees, their forms obscured by the dense foliage. Aokigahara is a stark reminder that even in the most beautiful of places, darkness can take root and grow, feeding on despair and leaving an indelible mark on the land. Prepare to be whisked away to the Canadian Rockies, to the Banff Springs Hotel, where luxury meets the supernatural. This grand dame exudes elegance and grandeur, but beneath its opulent facade lies mystery and intrigue. The line between the living and the dead blurs like the mist. Guests report spectral encounters, from a friendly bellman to a bride who roams the halls. Room 873 is infamous for its haunting. A family was murdered here, and their spirits now haunt its confines. Guests hear screams, see objects move, and feel icy hands. The Banff Springs Hotel reminds us that even in luxury, the past lingers, whispered on the wind, its presence felt in the shadows. Hold on to your hats, because we're about to enter a world of architectural madness and relentless spirits. The Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. This sprawling Victorian mansion, with its twisting hallways, staircases leading nowhere, and doors that open to brick walls, is a testament to one woman's descent into paranoia and her desperate attempt to appease the spirits she believed were haunting her. Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune, was convinced that her family was cursed by the spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle. Acting on the advice of a medium, she began an eccentric and never-ending construction project, adding rooms, towers, and architectural oddities to her home in a desperate attempt to confuse and appease the spirits. Visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures peering from windows, hearing disembodied footsteps echoing down the hallways, and feeling icy drafts as if an unseen presence has just brushed past them. Some have even claimed to have been touched or pushed by unseen hands, their whispers echoing in the darkness. The Winchester Mystery House is a chilling reminder that fear and guilt can drive us to the brink of madness, and that sometimes the spirits we fear the most are those we create within our own minds. Hold on to your hats, because we're about to enter a world of architectural madness and relentless spirits. The Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. This sprawling Victorian mansion with its twisting hallways, staircases leading nowhere, and doors that open to brick walls is a testament to one woman's descent into paranoia and her desperate attempt to appease the spirits she believed were haunting her. Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune, was convinced that her family was cursed by the spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle. Acting on the advice of a medium, she began an eccentric and never-ending construction project, adding rooms, towers, and architectural oddities to her home in a desperate attempt to confuse and appease the spirits. Visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures peering from windows, hearing disembodied footsteps echoing down the hallways, and feeling icy drafts as if an unseen presence has just brushed past them. Some have even claimed to have been touched or pushed by unseen hands, their whispers echoing in the darkness. The Winchester Mystery House is a chilling reminder that fear and guilt can drive us to the brink of madness, and that sometimes the spirits we fear the most are those we create within our own minds. Thanks for joining us on this terrifying tour. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling content. And remember, sometimes the scariest places are closer than you think. Sweet dreams.